Well, it's unpopular opinion time.
Pizza time.
Okay, guys, I know you're going to hate me for saying this, but I love The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now get your pitchforks and torches right down. I see you right there. I see you grabbing your gun trying to kill me. But let me explain why I like this movie. Now, let's start with the plot. Okay, yeah, the plot is all over the place. We got Peter leaving college, Aunt May trying to get a job, Peter trying to stop these villains. Gwen Stacy is going off to Harvard, is going off to Oxford. Harry. I almost said Harry Potter. Harry Osborn is in this franchise, and he's dying with this disease. And yeah, I'll fully admit there's too much stuff in here that really gets all jumbled up, and it's kind of a mess. But I do still really like this movie. Now let's start with the negatives, since I do think there are some. First off, Harry's dying problem. Okay, now in this movie, they clearly show that Norman Osborn was had some time before he died, but with Harry, no, he's instantly gonna die in this role. Like seriously, he's dying instantly, and I think this could have worked a little bit better if they just thrown in saying this line: when the disease passes down, it gets stronger and it goes more faster. If they just said those few words that I just said, then this plot hole would be completely negated. I'm just saying. Just spout those five dialogue speeches, and boom, this entire plot hole will be resolved. Another problem I do have with this movie, again, is the jumbled up story in it. I will admit the jumbled up story is kind of a problem, and it is a problem throughout the film. Also, this movie does have a lot going on through it, and I don't like some of the stuff like Harry's parent and Peter's parents, since, yeah, we already know what was going to happen. It's they weren't bad people, they were good people. So, why do that? And, yeah. But in terms of stuff I do like this movie, there is a lot. First off, the action. This is probably some of the best action we've ever had in a Spider-Man movie. The slow-mo shot of when Peter is using his spider sense to save all of these people from Electro's blast is very cool in my opinion, and the final fight between him and Electro is very well done. And I do of course as always, Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone have brilliant chemistry, and they're just so cute to watch. And also, I do like how they treated Gwen Stacy's death in this movie. Since, well, it was kind of obvious that Gwen Stacy was going to die, and yes, that is another problem with the movie. The marketing. The marketing in this movie pretty much gave it away. Heck, the last shot of the trailer is the last shot of this movie. I mean, at least it was something for Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War when they showed, Tony. They were it was the post snap. You thought oh, something happened during the battle, but nope, it happened after it. So yeah. Another thing I do like about this movie is the theme of time, hope, and of course, loss. Since, think about it, all these characters are going through their own struggle. Gwen is deciding, should I stay with the person I love, or go off to Oxford and be successful? And Peter's all should I let Gwen do her own thing, and respect, basically at the end of the first movie, Captain Stacy got stabbed in the heart by, the lizard, and he promised him that he would stay away from Gwen. But because of him staying with Gwen, it causes her death, and I love how it's handled. Since the death of it is basically in this clock tower, and Ben, basically, the rope is starting to break because of the clock. So basically, it's counting down to Gwen Stacy's death, and I thought that was really well done. And of course, I do like how the opening shot of the movie is a clock. And I'll admit, the Peter's parents thing at the beginning was kind of not very good. In fact, if the opening started off with Peter swinging around, then it would have been perfect in my opinion. And also, I do like how it does handle it. It doesn't, it like shows us like him probably going through months, maybe even like a year or so of him handling the death. And when the Rhino happens, he's all like, you know what? It's finally time to what it truly means to be Spider-Man. And people complain saying, oh, he saw Captain Stacy and his own uncle die, so why didn't he stop being Spider-Man because of Gwen Stacy? Because he blames himself for Gwen Stacy. Every point in the movie, whenever Ghost Dennis Leary shows up, he's all like reminded of that promise he made, and he's not keeping it. So when he does break the promise, he feels bad, and yeah, I felt for Peter in this movie. In fact, Andrew Garfield is 100% better than better than Tobey Maguire. I don't care what you people say. Andrew's better than than Tobey. Okay. Also, I do like the villains in this movie. Harry is very relatable since people complain that he was all like, oh, he was an instant villain from the start, and like with the villains in the movie. But here's the thing, Harry wasn't an instant villain, because he was a scared kid who didn't want to die. And also, I do like the parallels between Peter and Harry in this movie, since Peter is all. Because here's the thing, Harry was hated by his dad. His dad didn't care for him, and yeah, and also Peter had the love and support of his uncle, which made him very successful, while Harry didn't have that at all, and he was just not very good. And also, people complain about the goblin design, but hey, it's the closest we've gotten to an actual goblin in these movies, okay? I'm just saying. I mean, go complain about your Power Rangers and snowboarding, goblin, okay? Instead. Also, people complain about Electro's theme being a dubstep. Wow, an electric-powered villain having an electric-powered theme? Oh my god, this is so revolutionary. This is just an utter disgrace. He should have a violin as his main music chord. Not this electric thing that fits his character. No, no, no. It has to be a violin. Seriously, you guys are just nitpicking, okay? I mean, what other instrument would you associate with an electric-powered villain? A piano? A freaking violin? Or an electric guitar? I'm just saying. Also, Max was a person who was pushed to be a villain. Same with Harry. Harry didn't really do that much bad stuff in the movie until the very end, where he was pushed over the edge. So, in the words of the Joker, all it takes is one bad day to set you crazy. Oh my god, the Joker is me. Dun dun dun. But, still. Also, the movie is very memorable in my opinion, and I do adore this movie. I will say this right now, The Amazing Spider-Man 2 is a very, very underrated movie where I never saw the hate for it. I'm just saying, people. In my opinion, this is a very well done movie with a lot of good effort into it. The cast is solid as always. And yeah, I just love this movie in my opinion. I never understood the hate for it. Yeah, really, that's all the things I gotta say about The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So overall rating, 9 out of 10. And yeah, I know people are gonna want me dead for giving this movie a 9 out of 10, but I don't care. I love this movie that much. So, since we can't talk about Homecoming, since I already reviewed it, instead we'll be skipping a movie to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which is my favorite Spider-Man movie and what I consider to be the best of the Spider-Man films. See y'all later, and bye. Hey guys, I forgot to talk about this scene last night, and I do apologize, but basically, I want to talk about the scene where Spider-Man saves this little boy from a group of bullies. That right there is Spider-Man. That entire scene was perfect, it was very well done, and it goes to show what Spider-Man is, a hero, from saving this little boy from getting bullied. And also, it does inspire the theme of Spider-Man gives people hope. I mean, sure, yeah, that little kid did stand up to a guy in a rhino mech suit, but hey, it's the thought that counts. So, yeah, I love The Amazing Spider-Man 2, and I think it's in my top 5 of Spider-Man movies. So join me later as we take a look at Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. See y'all later, and bye.